Hi all, welcome to the benchmarking video of this Elite 8200. So I've run the Heaven benchmark, getting a score of 399, and that's on the highest resolution, quality low and tessellation disabled. So nothing to write home about, but it just gives you an idea of the performance of this system on a graphical benchmark. So what I'll do is I'll fire up some games and talk through the performance. So I thought I'd try Doom 2016. It's called arcade mode. So there'll be quite a few characters moving on the screen at the same time. Just give this machine a test. Now I've got the Vulkan renderer selected. I did select DirectX 11, got it out in the end. But the game was totally unplayable. So it's on low and everything else is on minimum where possible. At the moment, there's not a lot happening, but it will be in a minute. We're getting 40 frames per second at the moment, which I'm sure that frame rate's going to tank once I get some characters moving on the screen. So as long as it stays above 30, it'll play okay, and it's late 20s now because there's a few other characters moving on the screen. But it is playable. I'm not sure if campaign mode would be any better. I'm sure later on when more characters move on the screen, it just won't be that playable, and I don't think online gameplay will be playable at all, but you can give it a try. Certainly won't play Doom Eternal, but this is a superior game anyway. So that's Doom from 2016. Just to revisit the Doom 2016 settings, the renderer and graphics API I set to Vulkan. I did select OpenGL 4.5 and OpenGL was just unplayable, so Vulkan was a considerable performance upshift. Right, so that's Doom 2016. Is Valorant, and it's not too taxing on the system, so I think on low you can get away with 60 frames per second. So if you like Valorant, then this system's not going to have any problems whatsoever. Except I can't play this game very well. Counter-Strike Global Offensive now capped the frame rate at 30, and the resolution's third from the lowest, and everything else is on low, and all the other flags are switched off, and it's not looking too great, unfortunately. You're not really going to have I mean, it's playable, but you're not going to have a very good gaming experience, unfortunately. So it's up to you if you want to try it. I mean, you can play it, but if I was you, I'd probably give it a swerve. So that's Counter-Strike Global Offensive 2. Now here's a game that this system won't have any problems playing. Team Fortress 2. So most of the settings, graphical settings, are on high, and it's on maximum resolution, and it's above 60 frames a second. This monitor won't display above 60 anyway, but it just gives you an idea of what performance to expect. Should your monitor be able to display more than 60? So a few characters on the screen. It's still doing well. If you get any screen tearing, just stick on VSync. But at the moment it seems to be okay. Just need a bit more practice at this game, to be honest. It's quite a good action game, this one. There's a lot of characters on the screen. I say it's not too. It's not going to give a low-end system, quotes, like this one, much trouble, to be honest. So if you like playing Team Fortress 2, this system is the way to go. Onto Fortnite. So I've capped the frame rate at 30, which I think was a good idea. And a few of the on-off flags have been switched off. It's not looking that good. So maybe once the game has settled down, I think it does a few background tasks. So play a few games and maybe review the settings and see if you can get it looking a bit better. But with not a lot happening, I can't see much stuttering at the moment. There was on the way down, well, the frame rate was quite low on the way down, but that I think that's common in this game. As I say, until it's settled down. There's no other players on the screen at the moment from what I can see. So it'll be a bit more stable until a firefight starts happening. But yeah, give Fortnite a try. It's not on the highest resolution. That's nudged quite down. Okay, so that's Fortnite. So on to Pubg, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts at adjusting all the settings to low, this is not very playable. It's not even 20 frames per second. So if you like Pubg, this is not the system for you. What I might do is just have a look at the settings again, see if I can change them. So on the lowest resolution, the lowest render scale, we're getting mid-20s, and that's with not a lot of action going on the screen. So unfortunately, you'll have to give this one a miss. But there's other games out there, as I've shown, that are just as good, I think. Okay, so that's Pubg.